What's going on, guys? I hope everyone is doing well. Before I start this video, let me just say this. An ex-witness they left a comment on my last video stating how I shouldn't wear my hat like this, how I shouldn't wear singlets, and I get where you're coming from. I appreciate what I appreciate where you're coming from. You want me to look a certain way. You're pretty much saying how people are not going to take me seriously because I'm not dressed a certain way, right? Because I don't look a certain way. We are no longer part of the Watchtower. The Watchtower is done. We're ex-witnesses. I'm not playing by the Watchtower's rules. This is my channel. I'm going to dress however I want to dress. I'm going to wear my hat like this if I wanted to wear it like this. I'm going to wear it like this. I'm going to wear my singlets. I'm going to have my tattoo showing. This is my channel. This is my channel. If people want to listen to my message is way more important than how I present myself. And I feel like that is a Watchtower mentality. When people dress up, if you feel like you need to dress up to get people's attention, you are still a product of the Watchtower. I am being my true self. It doesn't matter what I wear. You should focus on the message that's being delivered, not how I look, right? Keep in mind, witnesses, that's their mentality. They judge people based on how they look. They judge people based on their status. Oh, you're an elder. I'm going to respect you just because you're an elder. I'm not doing that. I'm dressing how I want. I'm looking exactly the way that I want to look. This is my channel. Once again, focus on the message, not how I'm dressing. Focus on the message, right? But I appreciate you saying what you said. I appreciate it. I know you're coming from because you feel like I'm going to get more subscribers, more viewers if I dress a certain way. But like I said, I am not playing by the Watchtower's games. We're ex-witnesses. We are no longer witnesses, right? So now that we're free, this is my freedom. This is the way that I decide to look on my videos, right? But once again, I appreciate what you're saying. I know where you're coming from, but I am not playing by the Watchtower rules. And if any witness is watching my video, like I said, focus on the message, not my tattoos, not how my hat is. Just focus on the message, all right? Anywho, let me start this video. Like I said, I hope everyone is enjoying their week. I hope everyone is doing good. In this particular video, I want to speak about Jehovah's Witnesses, and I want to compare it to the NBA. I want to compare it to one player in particular, Jimmy Butler, who's now on the Golden State Warriors. But some years ago, he was on this team, the Minnesota Timberwolves, the Minnesota Timberwolves, right? Now, Jimmy Butler, he is known for his postseason skills. For some reason, during crunch time, during playoff season, right? He knows how to elevate himself. Jimmy Butler knows how to take things up a notch. He knows how to excel in the postseason, right? And it's quite funny. And he has a reputation. This is his reputation. He's known for this. He's known. You guys could Google this. He has a what's it called? Playoff. There we go. Playoff Jimmy Butler. Right. That it's a real thing. This player is so good that he has a reputation. He's known for his reputation past the postseason. Past the regular season, going into the postseason, which is the playoff, right? So during the playoffs, these are the big games. These are not the regular games. The playoffs are the big games for the NBA players, right? So during the playoffs, this player, Jimmy Butler, he knows how to elevate. He knows how to excel. He knows how to transcend. He knows how to take things up a notch. So during the postseason, people see a side of him that they have not seen during the regular 82 games. Because once playoff season starts, the players are thinking about championship. They are in lockdown mentality, right? They're in playoff mentality. They locking down. Okay, it's time to, every possession counts, every basket counts, every block counts, everything counts during the playoffs, right? So I say to myself, this guy, Jimmy Butler, he knows how to excel. He knows how to take it up a notch during the playoff season, right? During the playoff season, he is known as playoff Jimmy Butler. Why can't he do that during the regular season? When you think about it, right? He knows how to excel during the playoffs. Shouldn't you be doing that every single game, not just during the playoffs? So that tells me that he knows subconsciously, right? Subconsciously, he knows when to lock in. In his mind, he goes, oh, this is it's playoff season. I can win a championship. Let me go hard. When in reality, he should be going hard. He should be giving his best every game, not just during the playoffs. Every game, he should have that mentality. Let me go hard. Let me be the best player that I could be on this court, right? Now, when it comes to the Jehovah's Witnesses, that is the mentality. That's a mindset and mentality that they should have. Let me appreciate every day on this planet. That's the mindset that a Jehovah's Witness should have. Let me be the best version of myself every single day. Let me excel. Let me be appreciative every single day. So I find it so hilarious how an NBA basketball, a professional basketball player, he knows when to excel. He knows when to take things up a notch, right? And like I said, it's during the playoff season. During the regular season, he's still good. He's still a good player, but he's not a great player during the regular season. He's a good player, but not a great player. During the postseason, the playoff season, when it comes to the championships, he knows how to be great then. I could win a championship. Let me make this shot. Let me block. Let me be the best version of myself during this playoffs. Like I said, he should be having that mindset every game. 82 games in the NBA during the regular season. He should have that mindset every game. But he doesn't. If you see him, if you watch him play, he don't have that mindset. He's not ready for it. 82 games out of the year, he's not ready. But for some miraculous reason, during playoff time, something switches in his brain and he knows how to elevate himself. So, sorry, I keep talking about the NBA and Jimmy Butler, but let me bring this back to the Jehovah's Witnesses. The Jehovah's Witnesses, they need that same mindset every single day. Let me excel. Let me be the best version of myself. Let me elevate. That's the mindset a Jehovah's Witness should have, right? But it's sad that they have the exact opposite mindset, because in the back of their minds, they say to themselves, I'm going to live forever. I don't have to excel. I don't have to be the best version of myself. I have the rest of my life. I have paradise that's right around the corner. That is the mindset of a Jehovah's Witness, is that, oh, paradise is right around the corner. Now, us ex-witnesses, we know that paradise ain't coming. We know this. Paradise ain't coming. It's all a sham. We've been duped. It's all a lie. We're all going to die one day. Just a matter of time. But paradise ain't coming, right? So, me personally, when I discovered that this is not the truth, when I did my research and I realized that, oh, shit, I'm going to die one day. I'm going to perish one day. One day, Jerron Benton is not going to be here. One day, I'm going to be 6 feet under. Once that Once I let that marinate in my brain, I started to have that Jimmy Butler effect, where every single day I said to myself, I'm gonna be appreciative, I'm gonna be grateful, I'm gonna be appreciative and grateful every day of something. I don't care if it's the smallest thing. It could be someone saying, "Oh, a simple good morning. Hey, how you doing?" It could be something as simple as that. But I said to myself, every day I'm going to be appreciative and grateful, because as a Jehovah's Witness, you don't appreciate things. In fact, like I've said this plenty of times on my channel, how as a Jehovah's Witness, it is pretty much Groundhog Day. It's the same, you do the same routine week after week, month after month, year after year, decade after decade, until the day you die. It's the same routine until you die. So you're not really excelling. If you do the same thing day in and day out, yes, you might be getting older as an individual. You might be getting older, but you're not becoming wiser. You don't become wiser as a Jehovah's Witness. How do you become wise if you're not challenged in life? How do you become wise if you don't jump out of your comfort zone? It's impossible. So as a Jehovah's Witness, you don't take that leap out of your comfort zone. You don't do your research to verify that what you believe in really is the truth. All you do is you go to your meetings, you hear the same talks, the same watchtowers. It's the same nonsense over and over and over and over until the day you die. But you don't excel. You don't grow in life as a witness. But let's go back to Jimmy Butler real quick, right? Playoff Jimmy Butler. During the playoffs, he gives 110%. During the regular season, he gives, he's, like I said, he's still a good player during the regular season. He's a good player, but he's not a great player during the regular season. He's not great. He's not up there with LeBron and Steph Curry. He's not up there. He's not on that status. He's good, but he's not great, right? But I say to myself, why does he choose the playoff time, the playoff season, the postseason? Why does he choose then to take things up a notch when he should be doing this every single game? You should be playing 110% every single game, not just during the playoff season. If a Jehovah's Witness was to find out that they have stage 4 cancer, their entire life would change like this. If a doctor were to confront you and told you that, hey, listen, you got 6 to 12 months to live. 6 to 12 months. You're not gonna survive after 12 months. You're not gonna be here after a year. If a doctor were to tell you that, right? What would you do differently? That's a game changer. When you know that your time is limited on this earth, that is a game changer. And that was a game changer for me. When I did my research, I realized that, oh shoot, this is not the truth. This is all fake. It's like something sparked, something changed in my brain. Like I became so appreciative of life. I became so appreciative of my friends, people that are in my corner, people that take the time to text me, call me. I became so appreciative of these people. Because as a Jehovah's Witness, you don't appreciate these people. You don't appreciate nothing in life as a Jehovah's Witness. Because, like I said, in the back of your mind, you have the mindset of, oh, you have this laxy-daisy mindset of, oh, well, I'm going to live forever in paradise, so nothing really matters in this life. I don't have to don't have to do much in this life because nothing really matters. I'm gonna have forever in paradise, so I don't really care about this life. That's the mindset of a Jehovah's Witness, right? But when you do your research and you realize oh my God, I'm gonna die one day, paradise ain't coming, what? Like, guys, let that sink in. You're gonna die one day. If you're watching this video, you're gonna die one day. Your life has an expiration on its date, just like my life does. It's kind of scary when you think about it. Because we don't know what's going to happen after death. We don't know if there's an afterlife or if you just die and there's nothing, just darkness, blackness. We don't know what's going to happen. And it's scary, right? It's scary on one end, but on the other end, I can't speak for everybody, obviously, but I can speak for myself. And I will say that it makes me appreciate life even more so. It makes me appreciate my friends even more so. It makes me more grateful because none of this, we're not going to be here. We're not going to be here. 100 years from now, we're not going to be here. And this is the mindset that every Jehovah's Witness should have. It pains me that they are literally wasting their lives away. For what? For what? Instead of having that Jimmy Butler playoff mentality, right? Like I said, Jimmy Butler during the playoffs, no one could block, no one could defend him. If he wants to score, he's gonna shoot on you. He's gonna score over you. You can't defend Jimmy Butler. Once Jimmy Butler is locked in that playoff mindset, there is no defending him. You can't defend him. And this is the mindset that every Jehovah's Witness should have. They should be scoring every day. They should be thriving every day. They should be appreciative of life every day. But instead, what do Jehovah's Witnesses do? They waste their precious life away going to these boring ass meetings, hearing these same talks over and over and over, right? You don't learn nothing new as a Jehovah's Witness. A Jehovah's Witness can never have that Jimmy Butler mentality because they don't excel. They don't know how to take things up a notch. They don't. And I think about all the witnesses that when they go out preaching and they're standing near the carts, I wonder what's going on in their minds. Have you guys ever thought about that? Like, what's going on in a Jehovah's Witness mind when they are standing in front of a cart? What's going on? When they're standing in front of carts, do you think they're really saying, I am doing Jehovah's work? Yes! Yes! I'm standing in front of a cart. I'm standing in front of a cart and I'm doing 100 hours for Jehovah! Yay! Do you think that's going on in a pioneer's mind when they're standing in front of carts and no one is approaching them? Now, if I was Jehovah's Witness, now because I'm a critical thinker, because I'm a deep thinker, right? If I was a pioneer standing in front of a cart, and there's no one, there's literally hundreds of people passing me by, and I'm like this, like a mannequin, standing in front of a cart, right? And there's hundreds of people passing me by throughout the day. And not one person approaches me. Do I feel like I'm doing God's work? Do I feel like I'm zealous out in the ministry? Do I have this Jimmy Butler mentality out in service while I'm preaching? Do I have the mindset? Do I have the mindset of Jimmy Butler while I'm out in service? Am I taking things up a notch? Am I excelling in life? Am I transcending in life by standing in front of a cart, waiting for somebody to approach me? And if no one approaches me for 8 hours and I'm standing in front of a cart, do I feel like I've accomplished something at the end of the day? No. If I was a Jehovah's Witness standing in front of a cart for 8 hours and no one approached me, if I was doing this for weeks on end, months on end, years on end, right? Years, plural, years, plural, years. If I was doing this for years on end, standing in front of a cart, hundreds of people pass me day in and day out, week after week, month after month, year after year, and I don't bring anybody into this organization. In fact, no one even confronts me while I'm standing in front of the cart for years on end. Do I feel like I'm living my life to the fullest? I put myself in the place of Jehovah's Witnesses when they're standing in front of a cart, right? And they feel like they are accomplishing something, when in reality, they're not accomplishing nothing. You see, it's all psychological. Your brain could be your worst enemy, or it could be your best friend. And it's crazy how when you're a Jehovah's Witness, you tell yourself certain things to make yourself feel better, right? But just because you lie to yourself, it don't mean that long term you're gonna be you believe in those lies, right? Long term, you don't believe in these lies as a witness. Now, they will say that every meeting counts as a witness. You must go to all your meetings. You have to go to all your meetings. Now that I'm out, I see why they have to say that. I see why they have to encourage Jehovah's Witnesses to go to all the meetings. I see why. Because if you don't go to your meetings as a witness, if you miss one meeting could be detrimental to your mental well-being, right? As a JW. And I say this because when I was a witness, I was thriving on the days where we got snowed in, where it was snowing so much that they canceled the meeting. I was like, yes! I was thriving on the days where I was sick, I couldn't go to the meetings. I was like, yes! Right? When you don't go to the meetings, even as a believer, deep down inside, you felt so good missing those meetings, right? You don't realize it when you're brainwashed. When you're a brainwashed Jehovah's Witness, you don't want to go to the meetings. You know you have to, but deep down inside, you don't want to. You don't want to, because you know damn well the meetings are boring. You know damn well you're not going to leave the meeting learning something new. You just hear the same shit over and over and over, right? You don't learn nothing new. So where is this Jimmy Butler effect taken on in the congregation? Like I said, Jimmy Butler, he knows how to turn things up a notch. It's all psychological. He knows how to excel. He knows that, oh shit, this is playoffs. I got to do better. This is my time where I can win a championship, right? So my question to you, Jehovah's Witnesses, is how do you win a championship? By being a JW? Oh, that's right. My bad. You guys have the new system. You have Paradise to rely on, right? Meanwhile, the leaders have been speaking about Paradise for how long now? Jehovah's Witnesses have been talking about Paradise for well over 100 years. Meanwhile, people don't even live to be 90 these days. It's rare. I feel like most people are dying in their 80s. It is rare to see people living past 90 years old. It's rare. So if you know that there's a possibility that your life has an expiration date on it, Wouldn't you want to excel? Wouldn't you want to be the best version of yourself while you're alive? And it pains me that Jehovah's Witnesses, they don't even consider that. It's crazy. It's like when I woke up, I was trying to wake up my JW family and friends, right? I was trying to just spit facts to them, the truth about the truth. And a lot of them, most of them kept saying, oh, the end is right around the corner. Don't worry about anything. The end is right around the... And I was like, hold on. Stop saying that shit. Stop talking about the end is right around the corner. If people have been saying this for well over 100 years, why do you think that's going to happen now? All these Jehovah's Witnesses that was born in the last century, they was taught the same thing. Oh, paradise is right around the corner. We're going to be there any day now. They had the same mindset. No one was prepared to grow old and die. And the majority of them, that's what happened. They all grew old and died. Not one of them thought to themselves, oh, maybe this is not the truth. Oh, maybe I should do some additional research because I don't want to waste my life away. Not one Jehovah's Witness. Oh, well, sorry. There were some because people did leave back in the day. My bad about that. But the majority of them, they stuck around. Now, during the 1975 era, once 1975 came and went 1976, yes, a lot of witnesses did leave during that era. A lot of witnesses did depart from their faith because they realized that, oh, the governing body leaders said 1975, we're now in 1976. Why are we still here? And it pains me that I know people right now in their 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, they are ready to die for this religion. And I can't fathom how these people, how Jehovah's Witnesses, they don't want to have this Jimmy Butler mentality. Hey, let me be the best version of myself. Let me make the most out of this life, right? And what I mean by making the most out of this life, let me be the best version of myself. What I mean by that is, this is the mindset that every Jehovah's Witness should have. I'm not going to allow anybody, no governing body leader, especially when they say that they are infallible, they're imperfect, they make mistakes. No Jehovah's Witness in their right mind should be blindly slaving and serving for these governing body leaders. No one should blindly let their life pass them by. Remember, guys, there is a clock that's ticking that we can't see. Every single one of us has an expiration date on this planet. Every single one of us. We don't know when that time is going to come, when our time is up. We don't know. But we all have an expiration date. And when you know that you're not going to live forever, trust me when I tell you, that is a game changer. That's why I try to travel as often as I possibly can. I try to meet as many people as I possibly can. I try to make try new experiences, just try new things in general. Because I know a day is going to come where I'm not going to wake up, where I'm not going to be on this planet. So I said, until that day happens, I'm in that Jimmy Butler mentality. I'm giving 100% every day. Even on my deep and darkest days, I suffer with depression. I suffer with suicidal ideation from time to time. But even on my deep and darkest days, I say I'm going to give it 150%. Because I come from a community, the Jehovah's Witnesses, where you are born and you don't give 100%. You don't think about the long term. You don't think about becoming the best version of yourself as a Jehovah's Witness. So when you leave the Jehovah's Witnesses, it's time to have that Jimmy Butler mentality. Jehovah's Witnesses should have that mentality every day, but Sad to say they don't. But when you leave the Jehovah's Witnesses, that is a mindset you should have. You should have that mindset as a Jehovah's Witness and after leaving the Jehovah's Witnesses. Every day you should be grateful. Every day you should be thankful. Every day you should be given 110%. Every single day. When you know that your days are limited on this planet, it's truly a game changer. It was for me. And it should be the same for every Jehovah's Witness. And it's sad that Jehovah's Witnesses, they don't think about death. They don't think about a possible afterlife or nothing like that, because they think that, oh, if I die, I'm just going to be resurrected and I'm going to live forever on this earth. And it's sad that they have that mindset, because that mindset is hindering them from becoming the best version of themselves while they're on this planet, while they're alive. It's truly sad what religion does to people. It's sad. It's sad how a cult like the Jehovah's Witnesses, it could literally take your whole identity right under your feet. It could leave you not knowing who you are. And if you're like me, I had to discover who I was in my 30s. Whew. Can you believe that? Someone discovering you're trying to find yourself. You're trying to find your self-worth in your 30s. In your late 30s at that. Your late 30s. So when I left the Jehovah's Witnesses, like I said, every day, even when I suffer with my depression, my clinical depression, on my darkest day, I find reasons to be grateful. I find reasons to be appreciative. I find ways to give 100% on my worst days, because I know a day is going to come with Jerron Benton. I'm not going to wake up. I'm not going to be on this planet no more. A day's going to come. And before that day comes, I want to give 100% each and every single day. And that's the way that Jehovah's Witnesses should be living. Every day, giving 110%. Because guys, we ain't going to be here forever. We are not going to be here forever. That's the mindset Jehovah's Witnesses and XJW should have. That Jimmy Butler mentality. Let me give 100%. Let me be the best version that I can be. Each and every single day. When you know that your life comes with an expiration date, that is a game changer. It's a game changer. Like I said, just imagine a doctor approaching you, telling you, listen, you got 6 to 12 months to live. If you were to receive that news, what would you do differently today? What would you do differently today if you knew that you had 6 to 12 months to live? Guys, I love you. Leaving the Jehovah's Witnesses is hard. It's going to leave you scarred, depressed, stressed out. It's going to leave you feeling like like you can't trust anybody. But let me tell you this, life goes on. Life gets better. There are people in this world that you can't trust. There are people in this world that will love you for who you are. I promise you that. Anyway, guys, I love you. Have that Jimmy Butler mentality. Give 100% day in and day out. I'll see you guys in the next video. I love you guys. Take care.